I don't think a drop can be sustained for a week because there's too much money in opposition to a drop. They're all brand new 999.
Yeah.
What is this? Yeah, some people are really stepping into it, and there's a lot of fear, and it's not of Trump's tariff.
Buy your precious metals online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold and silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new.
Gold,
Okay. But over silver, platinum, palladium.
I'm
Yeah.
up to my rear end in silver.
You're up to your rear end in silver?
Yeah, I
Tim?
would say so.
Smaller denomination or just like that?
Ones, we go through a lot of the 1 ounce.
So, Tim, how's it going today?
It's very interesting.
You got a long line.
Yes, I discovered this week that everything is because of fear of Trump's tariffs.
Everything.
Yeah, I heard yesterday the cryptocurrencies took a beating because of fear of Trump's tariffs.
Chris's wife, he talked to you. I was looking for 3 1-ounce maple leafs and a 1/4 ounce.
Yes.
What's the price of maple leafs going for now? Gold maple leafs, Tim.
Let's see. We're down a little more.
Prices dropped.
Yeah, they drop.
Good time to buy.
Good time to buy, you said?
Yes.
I'm not willing to call you Nostradamus yet, Tim.
Well,
What was the prediction again? What did you say? What was the
I
where were we
said
at?
the correction would be at least $100. That's a correction. I'm hoping it's $200. I'd love to see it keep going down.
Okay, so maybe you were right a little bit. Tim was right.
A little
Just
bit.
a little bit.
And
It's like horseshoes and hand grenades.
There are different portraits of the Queen. Let me get some ones that are really nice. Let me have the older portrait.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
And you wanted,
So 3 of the 1 ounce and 1 of the 1/4 ounce.
okay, I'm going to grab, these are all perfect, so let me get
Okay.
you three of those.
Thanks.
This week has been pretty positive. I'll show you, some orders from this week. Probably not on camera, but
Okay, no problem.
some people are really stepping into it, and there's a lot of fear, and it's not of Trump's tariff.
Is that the way you want to phrase it? They're not stepping into it. You say?
Well, no, stepping on it is what I do when I pull my car into the backyard there.
No, but they're getting into gold.
Yeah, they're easing into significant purchases.
What'd you end up getting here?
3 1-ounce maple leafs and a 1/4 ounce Australian.
Oh, it was a kangaroo?
No, it's a Coral Sea. Remember that World War II series? That's they're
Pretty.
absolutely beautiful too. Yeah.
Very pretty.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care. So, Tim,
Yeah.
you had an interesting take earlier this morning on the whole repatriation of the gold that's coming in, and who's buying all this gold?
It may not be buying. It may be gold that's owed to us. It's coming from odd places that we don't usually see it come from.
Okay, so while Tim grabs that call, let me take a minute or two for my sponsor, Gold Mining Inc. They're actually trading within a few cents of their 5-year lows. And I'm a shareholder. And yes, my shares of Gold Mining Inc. are down 40% since I bought them in 2022. But that's the reality sometimes when you're a contrarian investor. You see, I bought GLDG back when gold was just $2,000. Biden was president. We were just coming out of COVID. How times have changed, right? Gold is over $2,900 an ounce. But yet the GDXJ index, which aggregates junior mining gold stocks, sits at $51. Compare that when it was $167 back in 2011. Today, gold spot price is about 50% higher, but yet the GDXJ is down more than 66% from its peak. So to me, that means now is the time to get in on a lagging mining sector. And I'm not concerned one bit about my lagging stock position in Gold Mining Inc. I'd rather be 3 years early than 3 days late. At some point during Trump's administration, I'm confident I'm going to be very glad I held on to my shares. And you can get them for even cheaper than I did. So what do I like about Gold Mining Inc.? Let me share a few bullet points with you, and then we'll get back to Tim. As of March 6th, Gold Mining Inc.'s market cap is $163 million US. They have zero debt. They have $140 million in cash and equity holdings. And that's when you factor in their ownership of two other fantastic companies I've profiled before, U.S. Gold Mining Inc. and Gold Royalty Corp. And yet, when the company originally acquired their dozen gold projects, the peak combined market caps of these companies that held them was approximately 850 million Canadian, which during the period of 2010 to 2012 was much closer to par with the US dollar than today. The peak market caps were calculated based on each respective company's peak share price during the period prior to acquisition. So with Gold Mining Inc. owning 80% of U.S. Gold Mining and 12.7% of Gold Royalty Corp., they're trading at just 82 cents a share right now. Again, near its 5-year lows. That is a steal, in my opinion. Gold Mining Inc. owns a dozen projects containing an aggregate of 12.5 million ounces of gold equivalent estimated mineral resources in the measured and indicated category, and an additional 9.7 million ounces of gold equivalent estimated mineral resources in the inferred category. That's a lot of gold. And yet all that is valued at only $150 million US. That's the bottom line for me, guys. There is a gap between gold mining's market price and their asset portfolio. So I encourage you to read up on them today. Check out the company's website for details on individual resource estimates and particulars on underlying technical reports. That's what's called doing your own due diligence. And if you like what you see, consider becoming a shareholder. Their ticker symbol is right there on the screen, GLDG, and it's on the New York Stock Exchange. You're probably not going to have any issues trading them with whatever app you use. All right, it looks like Tim's off the phone. Let's get back.
You know, if we have a country that's sending gold to us, it may have been something that they're paying for the future, or if you look at these days, if you've got a big debt that you want to pay or a big purchase you need to make, it doesn't do any good to use your currency. And I mean, you can probably trade in U.S. treasuries if you want to, if you're doing business with the United States. But there are countries specifically that don't do that. So if there's something they need to acquire or to pay a debt, they'll send gold. We fought a war because Iraq went into Kuwait and stole their gold. It's probably the most valuable currency around the world between nations. You know, I've used that term for many times. Gold is a barter currency between nations, and silver is a barter currency between individuals.
So true.
I never look at a transfer of gold and think there's anything unusual about it.
Even the plane loads coming in, you miss nothing.
Well, how many plane loads are coming in? Do you know?
I don't know.
No, I don't know either. They're probably not going to tell you or me where this gold is coming from and why.
Do you think they'll get to the bottom of it when they walk up to Fort Knox? Do you think they're going to really do an audit, a full audit? Weigh it, count it, assay it, check the paperwork, see if it's been loaned out?
Right now they're busy vacuuming the cobwebs in Fort Knox.
What happens when Doge shows up, Elon and
I think they're probably going to find paperwork that has maybe 4,000 metric tons. That's my guess.
And is it encumbered? But is that gold encumbered? Is it loaned out, owned by multiple parties?
Well, the reason for letting it float on the world market is because the countries that we sent soldiers and jeeps and planes and boats in the Second World War paid for that with gold. And they, since the Second World War, wanted to get their gold back. And since the currencies were all reset, that's why Nixon kind of balked at sending their the gold to these countries for their currency. And you wanted something more substantial. That's why we had a Bretton Woods conference that had everything pegged to the dollar. That's why we became the world's reserve currency, so they couldn't arbitrarily revalue their currency, so they could get more gold back for their worthless paper. But the decision was to let it float on the market because they would pay a lot more than $35 an ounce to get it back. And between 1971 and 1980, it almost immediately went over $100, then went over $200, and 1980 went all the way up to $800. But that's what happens when you let it float on the world market. Countries will pay whatever they need to pay to get it back.
I think the gold's there physically. I'm more concerned about who owns it and if it's being leased out multiple times over.
Well, I'm sure there's a portion of it is holding down U.S. Treasuries.
And
But
the other point was the repatriation. You're really thinking that maybe it's not us buying that gold, the U.S. government.
well, it may be, but it's not necessarily our buying the gold. It may be countries paying a debt, or resolving whatever they borrowed it for.
I see. Interesting.
But it's all related to fear over Trump's tariffs.
It's all about the tariffs, isn't it?
It's all about the tariffs, yeah.
I have an 1856 gold coin, and I came here to make sure, Tim will know if it's real or not.
What is this? Take a look at this. Does not appear to be gold. We tried all those categories. Let's try something else. No reading on it. It's probably plated copper.
Okay, that's why I came here.
How did you find out about it, Tim?
Through Yankee Stacking Channel.
Really?
Yes, on the YouTube.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
It doesn't look right on the reverse. There are a lot of things that are wrong with it. So
I see it.
my guess is it's a souvenir, but okay, that's the same one.
Oh, wow. Wow, what a difference. Yeah.
Did I earn one of these?
Oh, one of my stickers? Absolutely.
Usually $20 will give it to you for 15.
I just feel bad. That's not real for you.
I know. That's the way it is. I trust him more than anybody else.
I do too.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, if we don't know something, I've got machines and books.
Keep that tester out.
Yeah, I did. I just put it away, didn't I?
Can you speak any Spanish?
No habla español.
Or puro?
Right.
Okay.
No, I do. Yeah. Pure gold. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's an Onza. Why the Mexican?
I'm under the impression they can seize these, but not the American Eagles.
You're worried about a confiscation.
If it happens, I'd rather have Tim get them confiscated, yeah. They say they can't seize the Eagles. I think I heard that because they're American coin, a government $50 issue. And they can't seize it. That's what I thought I heard.
Have you ever heard that, Tim? They can't seize?
There are a lot of opinions out there. And it's, %.
That showed 90%, by the way.
Yes. at 90%. Yeah, most of our coins are 90% too.
It's complicated, especially at my age.
Oh, it can be very complicated regardless of age. I get you. Do people ever buy these from you, Tim?
Not often. I mean, they probably would have to go to the wholesaler.
Speaking of which,
One of these days.
one of these days. Do you really think they might take your gold?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Woodrow Wilson, right?
It was FDR.
FDR.
FDR made it illegal.
I can pay for all of them if you want, but it's they're going to take a lot off.
Below the spot price of gold is what he's saying. It's
That's-
not as
but
valuable
I
as,
don't
say, an
even
eagle
expect-
or
I
a
don't
maple.
expect spot. I expect less than spot.
You do expect it.
Yeah.
What do you think of the display over there?
Very pretty.
You like that? Do you like
I
silver?
love it.
So when you slam the coin, it comes out. It's probably a little more complicated than I thought to get electricity to that. And then I don't know what the
know.
problem is. Somebody cut the out of the junction box. They cut the wire probably because it was shorted out.
Okay.
So you need to figure that
We
out.
need a light in there, though, to display some of
Yeah,
it. Show it off.
the light would really help. I thought $100 would be a correction.
Right.
I don't think a drop can be sustained for a week because there's too much money in opposition to a drop.
So you think it will be a buying opportunity?
Yeah, I think a lot of people will start buying.
What, silver or gold we talking?
Actually, both, but I think he's talking gold at this point.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, so what are we doing?
I don't know. I don't know. I was wondering how I got in the store and I didn't even have to kill anybody.
What? I don't want that on the video.
My husband said he liked
America the Beautiful.
No, he said he liked the eagles. He said he liked silver eagles or something like that.
I can't read
I
upside
just
down.
brought that so you could see that this is where I bought this. And I wasn't sure if I was keeping it or not. It is pretty. But I was thinking maybe my money would be better off someplace else.
In other words, a different type of silver?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, more like the squares.
The bars?
Yes. Told my husband if we die, then one of our family will get it, so it's not going to go to waste. That's the silver eagles.
Those are
Ooh,
the silver eagles.
those are
Where'd you
pretty.
get that to?
It was right on your counter.
Okay.
It's the
No, I walked in with this.
No, you
This is
didn't.
it. I
No,
walked
no,
in
you
with
That
didn't.
didn't have a label on the top?
It did. I just twisted it so, yeah, it was open. It already is.
So
Supposed to leave the labels on.
I'm in trouble. No,
The brain is
no.
thinking-
I'm in trouble.
Oh,
See how this one is totally empty and it still has a label on it?
isn't that amazing? I got one.
All right, Tim, what did I do wrong?
Never mind.
Okay.
He'll tell you.
we don't-
He'll tell you after I leave.
Oh, yeah, he'll
Don't take
scold
the
me.
labels off any of these.
Take the
If
label.
one side is open, that's all I need to
Right.
pry it open and see what the
So
date
just
is.
was
Put a
like
label on it, don't
this.
worry about it.
See, like that.
Okay, yeah, those are the 2025s are $37 and the back dates are 36.
Okay. Give me 10 of those, please.
Did you want them in a tube or do you want them in individual holders?
What's best? I trust you. This is not really my thing. I just happen to be here.
Well, are you
your
storing them
husband's
or are
Yes.
you using them?
No,
Okay,
I'm just storing them.
let me do that then.
Is it your husband's thing?
No, he said, I'll stay in the car with the dogs. You go in. The only thing I've ever liked is the silver eagles. I said, okay, I'll get him some. He drove me all the way here, so
Oh.
I called him like 10 times, but I figured you were busy today. I'm surprised.
That you're the only one in here?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
nice.
shocked.
The line was pretty long when you came in, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
the line was long, right to the door.
Oh, I would bring Bear in. Bear could clear that line.
You have some beautiful dogs out there.
Oh, my little Remy is my baby. He's a cafe au lait, mini poodle, and that's the AKC color. It's a color, and it takes them 2 years from birth till they get their what's going to be their permanent color. So it can change. He was very dark when I first got him. Thank you. I'd be surprised at that. So, oh wait, I gotta pay you on these as we go. I think that's Remy.
Hi, Remy. What a good dog. Yeah.
Oh, wait till I tell my cousin we were on TV.
Okay, he's going to get lighter.
Oh no, he's 3 now, so he's reached. This is
So
the way
that's
he's
his
gonna
that's
stay.
his color. Okay,
Yep, that's what he's gonna stay.
that looks like dark coffee to me, and not
Cafe au lait. You don't put any cream in your coffee.
Mine's lighter than that.
You came ready.
That was the other thing you told me. Bring it all. Bring as much as you got. That's what he told me.
Oh, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like he wouldn't even say that. Then one day I freaked out because I'm watching those smuggling shows. The people that catch smuggling, and they said you could tell that this was a drug dealer's money because they've all got the same elastic bands on it. And I freaked out. I said, "Oh my God! If one of them sees this, they're gonna pick up."
She doesn't look like a drug dealer, right?
No, absolutely not.
The drug dealers are now recruiting women who have cafe au lait poodles because they look so innocent.
Oh, that was the other thing I told you. I told him this. I said when I was leaving, I said, I'm sorry that it seemed a little different. I said it was just because it was such a long drive up, and I was thinking about so many things. And he says, we have a lot of wacko people that come in here. And I said,
That is true.
And I stood here and I said, and I noticed that you didn't say, but you're not one of those people. Right? That's right. that was the
Oh, you
that
got
was
him.
the conversation.
You got him.
Yeah, that was the conversation.
You want to part with that.
I really do, I think.
Why? What
Well,
don't you like about it?
It's not that I don't like it. I'm trying to equate this and the bars.
Well, the bars were, for a short time, they were 35. Then they went to 34.50, and now they're 34.
So if I just stay someplace and come back in a couple hours to be
It
done,
might go down.
33.50.
Now you're getting it. Okay.
So we're playing. Oh, see, I never had brothers and sisters to play with, so this is it. I want somebody to make a decision for me.
That sounds a little creepy to me.
Oh no!
That's like a creepy movie, isn't it?
Oh no! I don't watch creepy movies.
I would keep it. It's silver. It could go up in value, and I think it's beautiful.
So what happens? Well, what I'm trying to figure out in my mind is if this stuff is supposed to be real. Considering I bought it from Tim, it's supposed to be real.
It's real.
We never
And
test
so
those.
and everything went to haywire.
Right. The
Then-
Yep.
What do you do? Like you want to buy a loaf of bread, so you cut off.
No, you want to save that for
Whoa.
the Thanksgiving dinner that you're going to have to buy.
For who?
It's going to be a lot more than a loaf of bread.
Now, that's a good point, though. You're asking about the divisibility and the size
Right.
of it. It's 5 ounces. It's
Right.
not 1 ounce, right?
Right. So 5 ounces. Okay, 5 ounces. Is, all right. That was that, and this was this. Oh, but that was 2. So that was 175. No. How did you? When you gave me this receipt, you said it came out even. I don't know how.
That's probably true. Yes, I probably said exactly that.
You did. You absolutely did.
How about this? 5 ounces of silver is a really good store of value. Mm-hmm. It could be used for larger purchases.
Are
in
you
the worst
reading
case
something
scenario.
somewhere?
No, but this is my channel. I'm Yankee, and I kind of talk about this.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it could be valuable, more so in the future. But you might want to start getting more smaller sized
Of
silver.
fractionals?
Add fractional. Well, you're adding a 1 ounce Eagles, 10 of them. You could also look at smaller stuff like dimes, quarters, and $half that are silver as well for
Okay,
those
let's look
types,
at
for the
those.
bread analogy, right?
Yeah, let's look at those,
Okay.
please. What do I want to look at? You show me what I want to look at, and I'll look at it. That's
Well, there are lots of
simple.
things. How many 1 ounce do you have?
Of the bars,
Looks like you have 6. You got 6
I
bars
have
there.
6 of the 1 ounces and 2 of the 5 ounces.
Well, you can get more 1 ounce coins, or you can get fractionals. The best fractionals are the dimes, quarters, and $half.
That is tailor-made for
Wait,
barter
but those
purposes.
these are
They're
oh,
silver. 90%.
yeah, but these are the what you call them? Not used. You don't call them used. You call
No,
them
coin dealers still call them junk silver.
right, junk silver.
Is my
Don't
era.
have any new ones.
Everybody called them junk silver when we were
Everybody
growing up.
called them junk silver.
Well, don't we have new ones?
No, they call them constitutional now. They make them sound like they're much more valuable than junk.
You're going to trigger some people in the comments, man, for that.
If they don't make them new. So how much are these? What are these if I bought one? Right.
So all of those are $24.50 per dollar.
Oh boy.
So you got to
He's got
roll.
the brains. I've got to look. Let me see if I'll get him to lock that up and come in for a minute.
Come on.
This is Tim.
And I'm Yankee.
He's Yankee.
Come on up, and you can ask him what you
All
exactly
right.
want.
So wait. Let me give
It was
him,
really
let me
remarkable.
Give him a surprise
That
first.
dog walks like a show dog.
We've gone to the dogs today, Tim.
This is your surprise.
Okay,
This is your surprise. There's 10 of them. Pretty, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Okay, now you're gonna have to work for it.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm looking at
That's a scary part.
I'm looking at fractionals, and Tim is telling me
okay, they're dimes, quarters, and $half. They're all roughly the same price per dollar, and they are what are most likely going to be the barter currency of choice. You know, when we get to that point, dimes, quarters, and $half made prior to
At that point,
1965.
I'm heavily invested in lead.
But more than just lead, you might need a barter currency at some point.
Yeah.
so.
Yep.
We want to look
Lots and
for
lots of 1 ounce bars and rounds. But if you need something smaller to barter with, you know, right now a dime is $2.40 or $2.50, $2.45.
Don't hurt yourself, Tim.
Nice.
Yeah, my
when
brain
I came
turned
out
off
and
here.
got you.
Yeah, see, I'm still not big on junk silver, you know. Just kind of,
Okay.
I'd rather
it's
have,
not
I'd
pretty?
rather, yeah, you know, I'd rather have something I can, you know, if I had to melt down or whatever, you know, I'd rather,
Well, lots and lots of bars and rounds. And we even have some fractional 999. I'll show you some of that. This is the alternative to junk silver
yep,
because they're all brand new 999.
Pretty.
These are a 1/10 ounce, these are a 1/4 ounce, and I have some that are 1/2 ounce. These are all based on the 999 price
So the world
because
is
the
silver
coins don't
plus
have,
spot, right?
yeah, the coins are only 72%
Yeah.
of a troy ounce. So these would be, tell you exactly.
yeah,
So they're all based on $34 an ounce.
yeah, I mean, I would take the, you know, I'd much rather have that.
Okay.
Would you like a tube of each or?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely a tube. Yeah.
That would be fine. BB. Hold still.
How many are in this tube?
I'm checking because there should be 50.
Wow.
Don't you love those commercials or TikToks or whatever when they're cutting something and they show you every slice they cut, like for the whole thing, like. Oh
You watch those videos?
no!
All right. Well, thank you so much for letting me do this video, and good luck with the silver. Take care.
As soon as
Thank you. It was good to meet you.
It's great to meet you too.